So for this tutorial we'll need two colours of polymer clay, and for the purposes of this tutorial I've chosen purple and white. So I'm starting by modelling the white clay into a rough oblong kind of shape. And I'm just going to flatten that with the acrylic roller here. So then I'll use the blade tool just to neaten off the edges. I have to say that I worked for quite a long time actually without a blade tool, and I used various implements really, including scalpels and pizza cutters, but I found the blade tool to be really useful, so I'd really recommend, if you can, adding one to your tool collection. So now we'll move on to the second colour of clay, which is purple here, and I've put mine through my pasta machine in order to flatten it. I'm just going to go over with my acrylic roller just to make sure that there's no indentations in there. So then I'll use the blade tool again just to cut off all the stray ends really. Don't have to be too neat here. So now I'm just using the white piece of clay just as a measuring tool really. And then I'll use the blade tool just to cut right outside of where the white clay is. And then to measure the top, what I'll do is to just put a little nick in the side where I'll need to cut the clay, which I'll do here. So moving on to our white clay again, I'm just going to use my needle tool in order to create a series of lines. This gives the impression, obviously, of a series of pages. And I'll do that on, obviously, 3 sides of the book. I should add actually that through doing tutorials I have to work with quite a tricky camera angle, so my work tends not to be the neatest when I'm doing tutorials because I can't see as well, but I think you get the idea really. So then we'll just fold our book cover over our pages. And just squeeze it a little bit just to neaten it off. It's looking far more like a book now. So then I'll move back to my needle tool in order to create an illusion of sort of bookbinding really. So on both sides I'm just making a line from the top to the bottom where the crease would naturally occur in the book. And now I'm just going to use the small ball tool in order to just reinforce that little indentation really, just on both sides. Then back to the needle tool and just to create a series of lines just on the book spine itself. Just makes it look that little bit more convincing as a book really. You can obviously add some text to your book as well if you like, and I've used the anime Death Note as an example here, and I've created my title just with some really thin strands of polymer clay. So now you'll need to refer to your own brand of polymer clay's baking instructions, and once it's baked and cooled, you're done. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye bye.